just seeing things. What I did see, I wasn't sure was happening. There were little things that would happen, or even big things that would happen. I just wasn't sure what was reality and what was not.
And this is at Pontiac General?
Common Ground, yeah. This was started at Common Ground.
Okay. And why did Common transfer you to Pontiac General? To the psych ward, or?
Because I think they started seeing how bad it was. But I think at one point they were allowing me to leave. This is one of the things I'm not so sure went the way that it happened. But I think they were going to allow me to leave because I convinced them to. And then I walked out because they unlocked the doors because you can't just walk out. And I actually got into an ambulance. I forgot this part. I got into an ambulance, and they eventually, I'm not quite sure what was said, what I said, what they said, and it's fuzzy, but they took me to Pontiac General from there.
Holy shit.
So it actually was more like I was free to leave, and then I veered towards an ambulance and got inside the back of it. They were like stocking it. And their faces were like, what? But I felt like this had to happen, that I couldn't even, my mind was so bad, I just didn't even know how I would even get from there to home, there to wherever, and I just knew from what was going on in my head that I needed to be in a hospital. And in this case, it had to be a mental condition, not a physical condition anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The possibility of that was definitely gone by this point. And so they took me to Pontiac General, and then that's really when everything started happening. I didn't get physically sick with withdrawals until probably about my 5th to 6th days in. But yeah, I was mostly unconscious, and most of the time being guided for things would be okay. I had a lot of what I now know as spiritual experiences throughout this time.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that, some things were shown to me, some behaviors that I've had in this lifetime had been shady, I would say.